Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, me and my group are gonna present our business analysis assignment from PT Indofood CBP Sukses Makmur Tbk. Alright, PT Indofood itself mainly can be said is a consumer product company. They are established in 14 August 1990, listed also in IDX with the code ENDF. Like what I was mentioned before, PT Indofood is a consumer-based product company that have 5 separate main division. It can be said noodles, food seasoning, dairy products, snack foods, and also nutrition and special products. Its operation also are conducted by subsidiary Indofood CBP Sukses Makmur, and also Bogasari itself is included in PT Indofood. Bogasari, as we know, is the largest integrated flour miller in Indonesia. Also, Indofood is also running an agribusiness group. In the Indofood agribusiness group itself is vertically integrated operation chain that owns a number of leading brands derived from palm oil, and its operation covers the whole value chain from research and development, oil palms, and cultivation to mining, refining, branding and marketing of cooking oil, margarine, shortening on also some variety products. It can be said like sugarcane and also tea. In the distribution group on PT Indofood, the distribution group has one of the most extensive distribution networks in Indonesia. PT Indofood has penetrating almost every corner in Indonesia. The number of stock points has been expanded aggressively since 2005. The stock points itself are located in areas with a high density of retail outlets, including traditional markets like warung. Also in the cultivation and processed vegetables, in 2013, the company added the cultivation and processed vegetables business segment to its corporate. These activities are conducted by China Minzhong Food Corporation Limited (CMFC), and Integrated Vegetable Processing Company in China, which is listed also in the Singapore Stock Exchange (SGX). Like I was mentioned before, the products of PT Indofood has 6 main division: noodles, dairy product, food seasoning, snacks, nutritious and special products, and also beverage. I almost forgot to mention that. Noodles, of course, we all know that the legendary Indomie, Supermie, Sarimi, Popmie, Mie Sakura, Pop Bihun, Mie Telur, dan Mie Telur Cap 3 ayam, Mie Telur with 3 chicken breast, and also dairy products, Indomilk, Cap Enak, 3 sapi, Creamer, Orchard Butter, Indo Es Krim, Milkwa, and Go To Go. In food seasoning, their products is sambal Indofood, bumbu spesial Indofood, bumbu racik Indofood, kecap Indofood, dan kecap piring Indofood. In snack division, of course, the legendary Citato, Qtella, Lay's, Doritos, Chiki, Cheetos, Jets, Trends, Wonderland, and Duetto. In the nutrition and special foods, mainly like Promina, Sun, Go Fit or Go Well. And in beverages, there are Ichi Ocha Club, the mineral water Club,
Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Raka Pawitra, and the first one I want to present about the company description of PT Indofood. And the business name is Indofood Sukses Makmur Tbk. We can know the PT Indofood, and the company mission is to provide sustainable solution for food needs. The second, to contribute the welfare of the society and environment is to sustainable manner. And the third one is to continuously improve our people, process, and technologies. And the company philosophy for the PT Indofood is a major Indonesian company involved in the food industry. And Indofood was founded in 1968 as Lambang Insan Makmur, and an instant noodle business with its brand Indomie launching in 1971. And the company vision is become a total food solution company. That's the company vision of PT Indofood. And the goals of PT Indofood that achieve the first one is PT Indofood is top 100 fastest growing companies in consumer good for foods and beverage sector. And the second one, Indofood as a top 5 Indonesian most admired companies in consumer goods category. And the third one is Indofood as a company with significant progress and stellar performance in its business sector in Asian market. And the target market of the PT Indofood, basically this product is a more sustainable for consumption by adults and children under 5 years old who should not consume too much instant noodles. And Indomie products are in accordance with the need of households who are not married or boarding children because of its practical and low price. And the competitors of the PT Indofood, the first one is PT Sayap Mas Utama. We can know the Mie Sedap, and the second one Unilever is aiming the upper middle adolescent market, and the third one is Mayora. Mayora is well-known food product manufacturer. Its products are favored and recognized by the wider community. And the legal structure, it is one of the company owned by the family of Pak Sudono Salim under the Salim Group. And in January 2013, as part of filing for Indonesia Stock Exchange, Indofood say it is planning to buy 50% of Brazilian sugar cane processor CMAA for the $72 million.
When it comes to the trend of the industry, currently the level of competition in this food industry is very high. In order to survive and compete with others market leaders, a company needs to know their position, their strength, and the attractiveness of their products. Like Indofood itself has manufactured several brands, and also the legendary instant noodles Indomie, cooking oil, and many modern snacks. This brand plays a very important role in the business stability and benefit for gaining a significant competitive advantage, especially when it comes to international market. As well known, Indomie, the legendary product of Indofood, has significantly bring impact to the Indonesian economy and also to the Indofood economic as well, such as they have a very low production cost and also have an extensive distribution and marketing and have very high marketing capabilities. And also when it comes to the total size of the target market, Indofood are being very specific and very wide. Especially Indofood mainly identify there are two main target market, namely the upper class, especially upper middle class, and the lower middle class. The target itself is Indofood use Indomie to the upper middle class, and Indofood launched Super Mie and Sarimi as the more lower price. It's for balancing their products.
Hello, my name is Dimas Putra. So in here I will explain about the website. The website I will use the description worksheet. The first is business name. So the business name Indofood, and then product or service idea, instant noodle, food flavoring, dairy product, nutrition and special benefit, bogasari, pasta, snack, cooking oil, and then soft drink. And then special benefit. So the special benefit special benefit has been good because it has provided many fact in incentives that make employees more enthusiastic about working so as to product the expected performance. And then unique feature. The unique feature is realizing the desires of consumer with innovation. Unique is something unique, international variant, and is popular. We can see from the unique shape of the noodle. We specially custom the name. And then limit and liability. So the limit and liability is the obligation to pay tax and remunerate our employee, and there is also is limit to establishing a factory from residential area. And then production and delivery. So the first is production. Do continuous innovative, building factories overseas, product standardization, maintain quality. And the second for delivery. Currently, PT Indofood already has more than 1,200 operational vehicle wash marketing activities, play a very important role in selling its product to the public through self-sales, which operate in DKI Jakarta, Java, Bali, Sumatera, Kalimantan, and Sulawesi. Meanwhile, for area outside these areas, indirect sales are mandatory distribution. Then retail and new wholesalers to the final consumer. And then product service description. So the product service description is PT Indofood Sukses Makmur Tbk is a company engineered in food processing, which almost all of its products dominate the market in Indonesia. So the name of website is https indofood.com, and then usability of website quality is simplify operational and administrative activities within the company, then simplify the flow of information and can provide more information, strengthen control and coordinate within the company, improve service and better performance, improve and accelerate customer service, support new product and service innovation, and the last is save cost. And then for the information of website quality, the information system used by PT Indofood is Enterprise Resource Planning ERP. Then interaction of website quality on the Indofood website, the quality is very good and even provides master data based on recommend from the ISO. So the last is security of website quality. For security on the Indofood website, it is very well maintained so that it is difficult for people to hack it.
In the target market itself, is it growing or shrinking? It can be said that this consumer of instant noodles is increasingly significantly growing, especially when it comes to Indomie. Even though Indomie, as we know, has become the market leader in the world of instant noodles, but Indofood always continue to bring more unique flavor. Indofood keeps continue to develop a new certain way to bring new fresh flavor, new flavor to Indomie. As we know, there are Indomie Hype Abis, Indomie Ayam Geprek, and many more. And we can see that Indofood really wants Indomie to be still winning in the market leader of instant noodles. Indofood really strategically look at trend and use the trend to its higher potential, and that's why Indomie is keep becoming the number one market leader in the instant noodle industry. And like the endlessly Indomie flavor, there also consumer of Indomie products will always grow and will continue to grow and expanding their creations and variants of Indomie. In the barriers of entry, when it comes to barriers of entry, there are some things that are becoming a challenge to Indomie, especially when it comes to the impact of PSBB. This effect of PSBB giving a significant impact, especially when it comes to sales. Distributions become not optimal, the manpower become more optimal also, and also another barriers of entry is in the competition itself, because nowadays people are quite liking the instant noodle, the import instant noodle like Samyang, for example. Not just Samyang, Korean noodles like that. And Indomie is keep an eye on that brand because it's become a quite competitor to Indomie. Also the main barriers to entry that we analyze is the future of consumer behavior and trend that will Indomie face itself. Nowadays, people are already going through healthy living style, especially when it comes to pandemic. People are routinely work out, routinely eat healthy food, routinely take care of their body and needs. And nowadays people are more educated and more information is more easy to get, and people become more aware of what we're eating. This will have a big impact in Indomie sales growth, especially in the next 5 to 10 years from now. Especially we can see like in this 2020 where people is increasingly aware and careful about what they consume, nutritious or not, healthy or not.
And then I will present you about the SWOT analysis, the strength, the weakness, the opportunities, and the threat of the PT Indofood. The strengthness is a lot of strengthness, weakness, opportunities, and threat. And one of them is the strength. The strength is products sold to more than 60 countries, and then common good company and brand image globally. And for the weakness, there are perceptive in instant food products such as monosodium glutamate. And then some raw material are imported from overseas such as wheat from Australia. And for the opportunities, in the PT Indofood have lower palm oil price led to an increase in net profit. The second one, expanding overseas. and the increase in basic food prices. And the third, PT Indofood has intense business competition in the domestic market, fluctuation of currency, and then many housewives limit the use of instant food to their families because of fear of dangerous ingredient from instant product. And we will shortcut to the question of the SWOT analysis. The first one is the question: can any of your strength help with improving your weakness of combating your threat? I think the answer is it is very possible. Why? Because like one example of Indofood weakness, namely the price of Indomie is a little more expensive than its competitors, but people still choose Indomie. Why? Because of the strength of Indomie with good taste and also many variant and makes consumer not bored with consuming Indofood products. The second one is what are your immediate goals or the next step? I think the answer is PT Indofood will provide better product and services and innovation that is more advanced than its competitors. And for the third question, what are your midterm goals or next step? I think the PT Indofood will improve our weakness and we will examine more deeply and will also pay more attention to all aspects. If everything has been corrected from the weakness one by one, we will make more innovation.
Okay, I will explain about the product or service, feature and benefit. So I will explain the most important feature. What is the special about it? So the special in PT Indofood is provide a variety of food staples and information in calculating price. And then most important benefit, what does it do for customer? So the answer is can meet the needs of basic food stuffs. And then I will explain any after sales service PT Indofood. The first is product delivery. So the product delivery for the Indohome distribution stage and from producers, wholesalers, retail consumer. Because instant noodle production undurable and not easy damage. So Indomie product don't matter if they use long distribution channel. For example, the wholesale distribution channel is almost complete to all major wholesalers through Indonesia such as Giant, Hypermart, Carrefour, and so on. And the second is warranty and guarantee. So the PT Indofood warranty is better on Indonesia has guarantee that Indofood instant noodles are not problematic. Manufacturers do not include the levels of the two types of preservatives in Indomie packaging. The same is true of another brand. As a result, people do not get complete information. And then service contract. So the service contract, the Indofood Group has licensing in the instant plantation, distribution, flour and beverage business unit. And then ongoing support. So the ongoing support with the support of factor namely decrease in the price raw material and also the demand for household foodstuff, so that PT Indofood continues to grow. And then training. So for the training, PT Indofood human research are equipped with managerial and leadership skills. Not infrequently, the development process is also followed by the provision of new training facilities and training modules tailored to the needs And the last is refund policy. So the refund policy is policy for returning goods. If the item is problematic, then you can immediately complain.
And then I will present about competitive analysis. I think the competitor is very the more important for the Indofood is the first one, the appearance, sales method is very important for the competitor. After that, the products, the price, the reliability, company reputation, and then the advertising. And after that, the competitor is important is quality service and the location and the image of the product. And I think for the consumer, Indofood have more very more important for the consumer. I think the price, the quality is very important for the consumer. After that, service, and then I think that is after that the consumer will see the product, the reliability, expertise, company reputation, sales method, and after that and the others.
Okay, for the target customer, I was the identify two part. The first is for consumer, and the second for the business. So the for consumer is age, can be consumer starting from the 5 years, and the gender for all people. Location is Indofood product have spread in various region of Indonesia and even in other countries. The income for all people, competition for all people, education level for all people. And then for our business, the industry name is food industry. Location Indofood product have spread in various region of Indonesia and even in other countries. And such in large company, and then stage in business in metals, and the last in annual sales 90.3 trillion per year.
In the bio, I want to tell a bit more about Indofood historical story. Almost everyone in this country is familiar with the name Indofood. One of the most famous and worldwide products from Indofood is Indomie, and it can be said that all Indonesians have tasted this legendary instant noodle product. Both upper middle and lower class have tried this product. And amazingly, this Indofood flagship product is also very popular abroad. One of the main enthusiasts of this product is African countries, for example Nigeria, and Indonesia, and Indomie has become their favorite products there. The success of Indomie is come from the Sudono Salim, who have real name Liam Xiao Leong, that was born in the Fujian province in China on July 16, 1916. At first, Liam Xiao Leong, or as we can refer to Sudono Salim, bring interest in the business of food industry and consumer products industry, and see there are a very wide opportunity in Indonesia, especially when it comes to flour product. That's why he began to significantly strategically make his product and become PT Bugasari. And from there, from PT Bugasari, he see another potential of making an instant noodles. He make Indo, and he make PT Indofood and make a very well-known product Indo. In the gaps of management or experience, Bogasari itself is one of Sudono Salim's most developed companies and become a very giant empire. Seeing this, Sudono Salim then create and create a product was named Indomie that was founded in 1990. Indofood immediately attract the attention of public with this product. When it first launched, Indomie only had 2 flavors, chicken and shrimp. This innovation from the choice of Indomie flavor continue to be developed until now. Like we can see in the supermarkets or warung, the product has a dozen of flavors. In the information system, Indomie becomes unforgettable for those who have tried it because it's relatively cheap price, delicious taste, and has enough calorie and bring a very popular image to the people who eat it. In 2016, Indomie together with Coca-Cola and Lifebuoy become the top 10 most purchased products of this planet. In fact, Indomie popularity deserves to make an Indonesian icon. Indomie promotion, it's come from trend, big event, also some food culture. This expertise of manpower, the marketing strategy, and digital technologies brings Indomie to a new role of branding. And Indofood use it as a potential power to keep gaining people's trust and people favorite meal from all ages all around the globe.
After that, I will present you about the organization chart. I think the organization chart we can see from the task, so we will move to the job desk. The first one is President Director. The company is led by President Director who is assisted by 8 other members of the board of director managing the company business. And then the second one is the director. The job of directors, the board of director is assigned to assist the president director in managing the company business. And the third one is board of commissioners. The job is the board of commissioners has the main task of supervising of board of directors is carrying out activities and managing the company. And then the job of audit committee. The audit committee was formed and formulated to comply with the provision of the capital market and financial institutions supervisory agency regulation. And the mission of the audit committee is to assist the board of commissioners of PT Indofood in carrying out supervisory role reviewing the company's financial statement. And then the job desk of internal audit is responsible for evaluating the effectiveness of Indofood internal control system, ensuring that all procedures are carried out in accordance with the provision and on time, I think. And the corporate sector service is relation between the company and capital market institution, shareholder, and the public. And the job desk of operation management, each operation manager is responsible to end board of director for every operational activity of the company, coordinate operational activities, and determine operational policies. And then the corporate management has their respective function as the manager of the company activities. And the division in corporate management include the treasury division, control division, central marketing division, and the others. For the investor relation, the job desk has the main responsibility to communicate proactively the company financial performance and other information consistently and transparently to analysts and investor. And last but not least, the internal control and risk management. The job desk is responsible for establish and implementation of adequate internal control, risk assessment, and risk management through a system designed to provide adequate assurance to management and directors.
And then I will explain about the financial analysis. So I will explain the part of the loss and profit PT Indofood. Supported by the growth of the Indonesian economy, the level of demand in the country will still be positive in 2018, despite demand for and beverage product in packaging do not experience significant change. The level of competition in the FMCG industry is still very high, where more and more players are entering the Indonesian market and increasing their marketing activities. In the midst of this condition, the total value of sales managed to grow by 8.9%, reaching Rp 38.71 trillion, will EBIT margin fell to 14.10 from 15.3 in the previous year. In the 2018 last record consolidated net sales growth 7.9% from Rp 35.61 trillion. In 2017, Rp 380.49 trillion year on year. In additional, operating profit also increasing 30.5% from Rp 50.22 trillion to Rp 60.45 trillion, while operating profit margin rose from 40.7% to 60.8% year on year from Rp 3.18 to Rp 4.58 trillion. Its net profit margin increased by 120 basis points to 11.9%.
And for the finance analysis, we can calculate the break-even calculation, and the table we can see from the task, and the break sales level is -10. That is the final calculation of the BEP or break-even point of the PT Indofood.
In the use of capital, PT Indofood CBP Sukses Makmur Tbk is the company engaged in food and beverage sector which is listed in IDX. In the recent years, PT Indofood CBP Sukses Makmur Tbk has experienced a very rapid development in its businesses and become one of the company that lists in the LQ45 index. And the LQ45 index itself is showing the market capitalization value of the 45 most liquid stocks and has a large capitalization value. Adequacy of source of working capital is one thing, which is very important for a company to be able to carry out its own activities. Both the company make businesses and invest, and the market split and the market share expansion. PT Indofood CBP Sukses Makmur Tbk can be said to be sufficient, safe in controlling their source and their use of capital. In general, the source and use of the working capital of PT Indofood CBP Sukses Makmur Tbk is already very efficient, in the sense that the source of working capital, which is the backbone of the company operation, is always available and has increased over the year. Previously, so the company policies and especially those related to the operational in order to obtain optimal profitability. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
So thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.